better known as Bubby by the Germans and Black Devil by the Soviets, downed 352 planes in World War II. He had only lost one wingman, and that was what he was most proud of. Even after receiving the Knight's Cross of the Iron Cross with oak leaves and swords with diamonds for the amazing record, he is considered a German ace and has the highest record of World War II. Hitler put more work and pride into his Air Force than any other branch. Although Hitler loved his panzers, he mass-produced his Air Force and kept it hidden as did all around the rest of Europe. Hitler got what he wanted, his Air Force to be the best in Europe, although by the end of the war it was a skeleton of its former. The defeated Stalingrad was a big loss for the Luftwaffe. One major factor contributing to the loss of Stalingrad was the lack of fuel. No fuel means the Air Force can't fly. After the loss in Moscow, the Germans were depleted but formed a front line and used their Air Force to push slowly and defend. Hermann Göring led the Luftwaffe in World War II. He was born in Rosenheim, Germany on January 12, 1893. He was trained to become a soldier and received his orders in 1912 for World War I, where he was a pilot. After the war, he became a commercial pilot in Denmark and Sweden, after he got married to Karen von Kanzavow in 1923. In 1921, however, Göring met Adolf Hitler and became a Nazi. He later assisted in a failed uprising and was wounded and escaped to Austria, where he received morphine for the pain which led to a drug addiction. In 1931, his wife died. Later in 1935, he was placed as head of the Luftwaffe. Later, he attempted to assume Hitler's position in 1939 and was arrested for treason. On October 15, 1946, he was ordered to be hanged at Nuremberg, but killed himself the night before using a cyanide capsule by Göring to be in Paris, France, after the French military was defeated defending Paris in 1940. French officials escaped June 10, 1940, and Germany declared victory June 14th. They held Paris until 1944, after Allies dropped on the beaches of Normandy.
I haven't died yet either, which is surprising.
Air package ready. Airdrop on your signal. Fighter aircraft scramble. Call the target. Enemy
I wish
recon
I were
aircraft
good at
observed.
sniping.
The Me-262 was the first military plane with jet engines. Germany lacked supplies to mass-produce the jet, so ultimately wasn't as effective, although this plane would have probably been a tide turner for Germany with the advanced technology. The Me-262 did not see active action until the end of the war.
Never mind, I just I'm still gonna get past last. Kill 2 people.
The Junker Ju-87 Stuka was a dive bomber and one of the most efficient bombers for the Luftwaffe. It was first used in 1936 to help nationalists in the Spanish Civil War. The bomber was praised in the invasion of Poland by decimating Polish troops. After the RAF took out scores of Stukas one summer, the Luftwaffe redesigned it and moved the Stukas to Eastern Front, where it was used to demolish the Red Army's tanks. The Messerschmitt Bf-109, also known as the Emil, was the Luftwaffe's #1 fighter. It was made by BFW, the Bavarian Aircraft Company, and when submitted with 3 other companies to see which would be Germany's fighter, it came in first. The Bf-109 had 2 7.9 machine guns, which ripped through the sides of other fighters.
This is a bad idea. Connor, you got it.
In 1941, the Germans launched what would be the longest bombing campaign for the Luftwaffe. Over the course of April 7th and 8th, over 1,000 people died. The first attack was 8 bombers who dropped 500 incendiary bombs and killed 13 people, and lighting a torch for future bombers. The second bombing run was on the 15th and 16th of April, which was this time 150 to 160 bombers dropped 200 tons of explosives and incendiary bombs, destroying the waterworks first to secure their 56,000 homes destroyed. The third and final run took place on May 4th and 5th, where 250 bombers dropped 230 tons of high explosives and 100,000 incendiary bombs. The main target was the docks, which were shut down for 3 months